hope that we can get a new good superhero today. It's been a while. It's been a while. I'm ready.
Okay. Oh, hello. Please have a seat. Hello.
Wait, weren't you here
Hi, thanks.
before?
Yep.
You tried all the bug
me.
names and then all the bugs
for you. Okay. I have better ideas today. Okay.
Great. Well, what do you have for us today?
I would like to be called Captain Marvel.
We already have one of those.
Oh. What about Captain America?
Yep. We have one of those as well.
Okay. Captain Canuck?
Mm-hmm. Yep, we sure do.
Oh, what about Captain Britain?
Yep.
Captain Atom?
Yep.
Captain Universe?
Also yes. You know, honestly, I think you should just go back maybe to the drawing board and think maybe outside the box.
Blows. All right. Shoot. Thank you for coming in. We'll, I'm sure, see you again.
Oh, Lord.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Solo Mode. My name is Jamie from Foster the Meeple, and I'm back again today with another solo playthrough. Today's solo playthrough is on Marvel Dice Throne missions from Dice Throne and designed by Gavan Brown and Nate Chatellier. I love Dice Throne. I've played Dice Throne about 1 bajillion times. My husband Jeff and I on our channel Foster the Meeple do a Dice Throne tournament almost every year. So I was very excited when I heard that Dice Throne was going to have a way that you could play solo. You'll love to see it. In this game, essentially what I am going to be doing is I am playing as some of the Dice Throne characters, and I'm going to be facing off against a villain. In today's playthrough, I will be going up against Mr. Sinister. There are a ton of different villains in the box. You can be all varying difficulties, but Mr. Sinister is a level 1 difficulty, but we'll see, even at level 1, if we can beat them. I feel not very confident, but we'll see. So as per usual with these videos, I'm going to give you a general overview of how the game works, and then I will dive into the playthrough. And once again, as per usual, if I make any uh-ohs, I will pop them up on the screen. I can get pretty excited while playing a game like Dice Throne, and so I might miss something, and if I do, I'll make sure to pop it up. But without further ado, I say we fight some bad guys. Let's do it. Alrighty, let's have a look at the table spread in front of us. This game takes up a lot of space. I am playing two-handed today. So typically in a solo game, you would play with one character. You could play with up to 4 characters if you like. It just extends the game a little bit. But I thought, what a better way to play than go full-on X-Men, and not just X-Men, the dynamic duo Deadpool and Wolverine. So I'll be playing with Deadpool and Wolverine, my 2 Canadian friends. So in case you didn't know, Deadpool and Wolverine, both from Canada, which is great, and so am I. This is the setup. Now this is going to be the mission mat, essentially, and it is double-sided. So we are going to start on side 1. We have a main objective, which is going to be listed over here, and I'll go over that in a second. And then we have 3 different kind of bad guys on side 1. These are henchmen, and this is an unstoppable threat. So we have brute clones and beam clones, both henchmen, and then Sinister's rage, which is an unstoppable threat. All right, so how the game is going to work, and it comes with a great little reference card, which is wonderful. And just so everybody knows as well, I do have all of the upgraded components. So if you see anything that you maybe don't have, like all of the plastic bits, we have all of the upgraded stuff, including the dice tray and all that fun stuff. So the first thing that you are going to do in a round is you are going to pass the first player token. At the beginning of the game, I'm going to roll a die for Deadpool and Wolverine. Whoever has the higher roll will be the first player. This is a co-op experience if you're playing more than one player. Actually, let's just do it now. All right, so Deadpool got a 3 and Wolverine got a 2. So Deadpool is going to be the first player. So the first thing you do in a round is you would pass the first player token to the next player. The next thing that you're going to do is movement. So we are going to be able to move through any of the open spaces, so long as there's nothing obstructing us. The things that obstruct us are these kind of more darkened hexagons. Are these hexagons? 6, yes, hexagons. Or any of the enemies. We can move through each other, but we can never be in the same space. Okay, so you can move however far. So if I were here, I could literally go, woo! Well, I couldn't go over there, but I could go all the way over here. Anytime that you land on one of these tiles, you are going to be able to take whatever the benefit is. So we have adding CP, transfer a status effect token, draw a card, +3 of this ability, which is right here. We'll take one of those tokens. This is gaining health, so there's a bunch of different ones. The rest are face down in a stack over here. These are called boost tiles. Now, this is kind of where we're going to start to get into the actual dice thrown part of the game. If you have never played Dice Throne before, the next phase is essentially playing Dice Throne. So we're going to go into Hero Part 1, where we are going to each of the heroes, and I'll be rolling separately for each of them. They're going to be rolling their dice, trying to come up with combinations that form some kind of a match on their player board. You can roll your dice 3 times, basically. So if I rolled this and I didn't like it, but maybe I want to keep these, I can roll again and look at that. I might want to keep all of those. But if I didn't like it, I could roll again. And even if I've saved some in previous turns, you can still re-roll all of them on a later turn. So that is going to be the roll phase. Now, what I first forgot to mention, which you're going to skip in the first round, is the actual first thing that you are going to do is an upkeep phase. The upkeep phase is where you're going to be resolving any status tokens that might be kind of on your board. So then we're going to do the income phase, and in the income phase we will gain 1 CP, and CP is what we use to play out cards essentially, and we are also going to draw 1 card. We start with 4 cards in hand, but once again we will skip that during round 1, but we'll do upkeep phase, we will do income phase, and then we'll go into our main phase. And during the main phase, that is where we are going to be playing out whatever we want, cards from our hand essentially. These cards can be a lot of different things. Some of them we can only use during our main phase, which it will show the M symbol there, they'll be blue. Others we are going to be able to use during play. Maybe even during other people's turns. Some are going to be upgrades for our actual board. I don't have any in Deadpool's hand. Do I have any here? Yes. So as an example, Severe Threat 2 could replace Severe Threat, and it's essentially just upgrading that ability, making it even better so we can pay to play those out. Cards are all going to tell you exactly what they do and when they can be played. So we are going to play out as many cards as we choose, keeping as many as we choose. And what you can also do is you can sell cards to gain CP. So if you sell a card, you can gain a CP. My CP is over here. Then we're going to go into our offensive roll phase, where we are, as I mentioned before, rolling the die, and we are going to be determining what ability we're going to be using. Now, in a multiplayer game, everybody, when they're ready, would yell, "Ready to attack," and that is signifying that everyone's ready to move into the next phase. I might yell it just for fun, because why not, you know? That's what we're going to be doing. So we're rolling our dice to determine what we are going to be doing during the next phase. That's Hero Part 1. Now we're going to go into Target and Resolve. In this game, we are considered melee unless we unlock some stuff with momentum, maybe potentially other things that give us range. So because we are melee, that means we can only attack the bad guys that are adjacent to us. If you are ranged, you can attack anyone on the map. They don't have to be next to you. All right, so then if you're next to multiple people, so say Deadpool was over here, you choose who you will be attacking. So let's say he wants to attack this person. He will then apply whatever he has here on his board to that character. When we before we play, I'm going to set all of these up with their different health and shields and different things like that. So the brute clones and the beam clones have 12 health each. So I would be putting out their health tokens. Actually, we could just do it now. Let's just do it now. 11, 12. Anytime that we inflict damage onto them, we will be adjusting these particular tokens to show the updated health. Now, shields can protect up to 3 damage, but even if Deadpool, let's say, hit this henchman, even only for 1, this token would then be gone. It essentially just prevents that first attack, but up to 3 hit points. You're going to target and then you are going to resolve, adjusting health in whatever way that might be. If you are applying a status effect token to one of the bad guys, you'll put it directly on that particular character on the map and not down here. Now, none of the henchmen or the unstoppable threat on this side of the map have any defense. However, when we do flip over to the boss side, they will have a defense that they can use in order to prevent some of our attack. I'm not going to go over the boss until we flip it over and we get to that point in the game. But just know that you can't win unless you complete your main objective, and most times that's going to be defeating the bad guys on this side and then flipping it over and defeating the boss. So we're going to do all of that. Then we're going to go into Hero Part 2, where we finish our turns. And in the game of Dice Run, you always get a main phase too. So during your second main phase, you can play out more cards, you can sell cards for CP, do all of that good stuff. Like I said, just like in regular Dice Throne, okay? Then we are going to go into the enemies upkeep phase. So if we have put any status effect tokens on any of the enemies, this is when we would resolve those status effects. Then the henchmen are going to take their turn. Now we are going to be rolling these dice, and the number of dice that you roll is going to be based on how many characters you're playing with. So you will always have a base of these 2 red dice and 2 black dice, and for a 2-player game, you will add in 1 additional black die. So for their turn, we will be rolling their die only once. They don't get any rerolls, and we're going to be looking at the combination that they have and seeing if we can trigger any of the things. So we could trigger the brute clones with this. We could trigger the beam clones with this. And for the Sinister Rage, we didn't roll any 6s, which would trigger the Sinister Rage. Then we are going to be resolving their roll from left to right, top to bottom on the map, all right? And brute clones, if they roll this, that applies to all of them, not just one of them. So they're each going to be doing that thing so long as they have a target kind of within their range. So maybe a good time to go over what each of them do for this playthrough. So the brute clones, they have multi-strike. Actually, all of them have multi-strike, which means that so long as there's multiple characters within range, they can hit both of them. All right. So they have multi-strike, they're melee, and they deal 5 damage. So if this one was activating, it would hit both of our characters, Deadpool and Wolverine, for 5 damage. So that's how that is going to work. Now, we, the heroes, can defend those attacks so long as our heroes have a defense ability. Not every hero does. Most of them do, but not every hero does. So we'll be able to roll defense for those attacks, essentially. The last thing that we're going to do in the round is we are going to be moving the crisis clock. Now, to start, we're going to roll a die, and that is going to show us where the clock starts. So we'll put it right here. Then we are going to move the crisis clock 1 tick per hero that we have, and we have 2 heroes. So it would go 1, 2. Any of these crisis symbols that it passes or lands on, we are going to apply that effect. So this one here, you'll notice, matches the brute clones. So here's the crisis ability down at the bottom of the mat. So anytime we hit this, we pass it, whatever it might be, we will deal 3 collateral damage to all heroes within melee range. So collateral damage is not defendable. It is avoidable if we have any kind of a card ability that might be able to kind of like make it avoidable, I suppose. This one is lose 1 CP. This one goes towards the beam clones, inflict focus fire, which is this token right here, and deal 1 collateral damage to all heroes. And that's all. And up here we have discard 1 card. All right. Another thing I wanted to mention is momentum, because that is something new kind of in this set. All right. So we start with 0 momentum, but this is a new resource that we're going to be able to gain, and there's going to be different ways that we can gain it throughout the playthrough. Some of the boost tiles will allow us to gain it, but we can also discard status effect tokens that we have on us in order to gain momentum. We are going to be on momentum level 1 because we haven't upgraded anything, and it's a good time to mention that throughout this campaign, you will unlock different perks that will upgrade you and your abilities and the things that you can do throughout the game. And one of those is actually to upgrade your momentum. But this is, first of all, talking about something that we haven't talked about yet, which is going to be allies. So the first thing that you can use momentum for is to recruit an ally. So you'll see we have 3 face-up allies at the top of the board. The cost is in the upper right-hand corner. So we can spend that amount of momentum to grab the ally and assign them to one of our heroes. They can each only have 1. If we ever want to get a different one, we would simply discard the one that they had. The other thing we can use momentum for in momentum 1 is to gain range. So you'll remember we are both melee attack. Okay, the other thing, once we do defeat one of the henchmen or the henchmen, we are going to be putting out these onto their spot, and we're now able to move through those. All right, let's take a look at side 1, what our main objective is, and all of that good stuff. So we are at Marlock Massacre. This is a difficulty level 1. This is side 1, and the duration, so they're all going to be slightly different, is 30 to 45 minutes for this one. Mission run. I need to get closer to it because I don't have my glasses on. You guys know I can't see nothing. All right, mission run. Mr. Sinister is trying to wipe out the Morlocks beneath New York City. He has sent a strike team of clones to do his evil bidding. Stop them before it's too late. Our main objective, so our goal is to defeat both beam clones, then move all heroes through the exit, which is up here, or defeat all henchmen. Upon completion, if you fulfill the main objective, distribute 4 health and 2 momentum, then flip this board for the final battle. There's also an option to do a perfect reward. If your team defeats all henchmen, distribute an additional 6 health and 3 momentum. So if instead of just doing the beam clones and exiting, if we do defeat all of the henchmen, we will instead gain, I guess, a little bit more health and more momentum, which will be great because once we do that, we will be flipping this mat over to side 2 and we'll be going into the boss battle, which once again, I'll explain kind of when we get there. Alrighty, let's play. I just went through and made sure that everybody had the right tokens and that all the dials were set correctly, all that good stuff. So when you're playing with 2 players, each character will start with 30 health. That will change depending on player count. Like if you're playing true solo with just 1 hero, then you are going to have 45 health, just as an example. All right, so Deadpool's going to be our first player, and we are going to start. So the first thing we would typically do is pass first player, but we don't do that in the first round. So what we're first going to do is movement. Now our mission is to beat the beam clones, which there's 2. There's 1 here and here. So I'm thinking that maybe splitting up our heroes might be good, even though they're best friends forever and they would definitely not want to be split up. It's fine. All right, so Wolverine. I think I'm going to send this way. I'm going to put him here. Is that where I want to put him? Yes. I'm going to put him here. This is remove 1 status effect token from self or gain 1 momentum. And I would like to gain momentum because I want to get an ally pretty early on. Even though this is a level 1 bad guy scenario, it's still tough. It's still quite tough, okay? So he's going to move there, and I think for Deadpool, I'm actually going to move him up here to gain 2 CP. Technically, I could put him down here right next to the beam clone, but then he's surrounded by bad guys, and we also don't want that. So 2 CP, pow pow. So he's at 4, okay? So we've done movement. Now we're gonna do upkeep phase, but we don't have any upkeep to do. Then we're gonna do income phase, but we skip income phase in the first round. So we are gonna go right into our main phase 1. So this is Deadpool's hand. It's all cards that are used during the roll action phase, but let's see. Change the values of any 2 die. You or a chosen teammate we re-roll. Change the value of any 1 die. Change the value of 1 die to a 6. So we're going to keep those. I could sell them to gain a CP if I want it, but I'm not gonna. And then Wolverine, what do you got going on? Ooh. So nothing to upgrade, but we do have Fastball Special to use during roll action. We have Frenzy. This card is discarded as a result if this card is discarded as a result of spending rage, gain rage. We also have Astonishing Recovery, same thing. If it's discarded for rage, all 3 of these are if we discard rage. We do not have any rage. And do I want to get rid of anything? I don't think so. I think we'll keep these for now. That should be fine. All right, so then we're going to go into our offensive roll phase. And this, just so everybody knows, if we're playing multiplayer, this section is happening like simultaneously, but because I am but one person, I cannot roll. I could roll the dice at the same time if I really wanted to, but I'm not gonna. So we're gonna roll for Deadpool first. Ooh. 3 finger guns and 2 swords, which would give us knife fight. It's not a ton of damage though, it's only 3, but we would gain rock, paper, scissors, and an onomatopoeia. I don't know if that's what I want to do. I don't think that's what I want to do. Weirdly enough, I'm going to keep those 2 and see if I can get a straight. All right, so we have, yep, we got a straight. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a 6. So we have 1 more roll. It's another 4. That's fine. So I could still do knife fight. I could do, not that one, but I do have a 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have a small straight taco truck. Okay, so I think that's what we're gonna do. So I'm just gonna assign those over there, and then we'll do the roll phase for Wolverine. Huh. That is pretty close to this hunter one. I would just need 1 more red. Oh, I have a small straight. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try that. Let's try to get a 5 to get a large straight. A 6, 1 more roll. A 3. Okay. So I could either do a small straight for barrage, heal 1, gain rage, deal 5, or I could just deal 5, and I don't have 3 of a kind. So I think we'll do this one. Okay. Now we have to resolve them. So we are going to target and resolve. We'll start with Deadpool because he's first player. They're both melee, so they can only hit people who are next to them. So he is going to go after this dude right here, this brute clone, if you will. And we are doing a small straight. So I could deal 8 damage, and if you've used a 1 or a 6, and I did use a 1, you may shout Taco Tuesday and add 1 damage. And guess what? Taco Tuesday. Hopefully that wasn't too loud. It's Taco Tuesday. I had a burrito today, but it's Wednesday, so it's Burrito Wednesday, just so everybody knows. So I'm going to deal them 9 damage. The first 3 are going to come off of their shield. So I have 6 left, so we'll take 2 from here. So I have 4 left. So this needs to go down to a 6. That was pretty good, if I do say so myself. So that's him. I don't have any tokens. Then we're going to go to Wolverine, and he's obviously going to be targeting this guy. So he is going to gain a health, and we can always go up to 10 over our maximum health, which is 30. Gain a rage token, and then deal 5 damage. So 3 for the shield, 4, 5. All right, perfect. And we'll go over the rage token since I just got it. So a player with this token may spend 1 and discard a card to add 3 damage to their attack, or you can spend 3 rage tokens to draw a card. Attacks are done, so now we go into main phase 2. All right, I forgot I had all of these. I'm not going to do anything still with these or with these. We're gonna keep all of these, I think. However, I might spend a momentum on Wolverine to gain an ally. So the ones we can afford are Jubilee and Squirrel Girl. So Jubilee, once per round during a roll phase, spend 3 momentum, change the value of one of your dice to a 6. And then there's a plus exhaust. So if you do that and then exhaust it, change the value of another one of your dice to 6. Or we have Squirrel Girl, love her. Spend 3, this is during main phase. Spend 3 momentum, all heroes gain bonus +1 damage. Choose a face-up boost tile anywhere on the map, pick it up, gain its reward. And then if you then exhaust it, all heroes gain bonus damage +2 instead. We want Squirrel Girl. Squirrel Girl. And then we automatically draw a new one, and it's Jeff the Shark. You love to see it. That's that. We are then going to go into the enemy upkeep phase, but there's no status token, so we will skip it. And now we're gonna roll for the enemies. Oof, big oof, okay. So we're gonna be triggering them and them, but not the Sinister's Rage. So at least there's that. So we resolve from left to right, top to bottom, basically, all right? So we are going to be starting with this beam clone, and then we're moving to this brute clone, then this one, this one, this one, and then this one, because we are triggering both of them because we can make the combinations for both. So starting with the beam clone, they have multi-strike and range, so they're attacking both of us. They will deal 2 damage and roll 1 die, and if they get this orange symbol, they will inflict knockdown. All right? So, because neither me or neither Deadpool or Wolverine are ranged, they can't defend against this. So let's start with this. So first of all, they're each going to take 2 damage. So, and then we're going to roll 1 of these. Perfect. So no knockdown. But Wolverine, you're supposed to be. Why did you have this? Did he? Oh, he did heal pass. 1, 2. Okay. I was like, what? So that's that one done. And then we're going to go to this brute clone. They don't have range. They have melee. So he's going after Deadpool. And I can defend against this. So I have mutant healing as my defense. I can roll 4. It says better than Wolverine's. That's pretty funny. So I can roll 4 dice. First thing I do is heal 1. So I'm back up to 29. For every sword, I can deal 1 damage. So I will deal a damage back to him. So he's at 5. Then on the onomatopoeia, I can gain the onomatopoeia thing for the speech bubble. Okay? So then I will be taking 5 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm at 24. Okay? So that's him. And I did already deal him his damage. All right. We're going to go here, but he has nobody next to him, and he's melee, so we're going to skip him. We'll go up to this guy. He's attacking Wolverine. Wolverine gets 3 defense die for vengeance. He can't prevent anything, but he can do other stuff. So for each claw, he deals a damage. So this guy's going to go down to 9. And nothing else will happen. So we're good there. But he is going to deal 5 Dimaggio. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're both at 24. Ain't that funny? Ain't that the way? Okay, and then we're going to go to him, but he can't hurt anyone because there's nobody within range. However, this guy is attacking both of us. So he needs to roll 1 of these. Pachow. Okay, so no knockdown. That's lucky. Then neither of us can defend. So 2 off of Deadpool and Wolverine. So they're both at 22. And I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22. That's a Taylor Swift quote. And now we're going to do Crisis Clock. So there's 2 characters, so it's going to move 2. 1, 2. So the Brute Clone's Crisis ability is going to be activating. Deal 3 collateral damage to all heroes within melee. So 3 damage to me. 1, 2, 3. So I'm down to 19. This one can't trigger. This one can. So 3, 1, 2, 3. We're both down to 19. Already. That's crazy. Because that was like the first round. I just want to make it to the boss fight. That's all I care about. Okay, so that's everything. We are going to now pass the first player token, and then we're going to do movement. Well, I think I'm going to get Wolverine to move here to gain 1 CP. And I think, as a bad idea, I might move Deadpool here. Can transfer 1 status effect or gain 2 momentum, and I would like to gain the 2 momentum because I would like to get an ally, I think. Yeah, I think that's what I want to do. So let's go into their income phase, their upkeep phase, but nothing is really happening for either of them during upkeep yet because neither of these trigger during upkeep. Then we'll do income. So gain 1 CP, draw 1 card. Gain 1 CP, boom. Draw 1 card. And then we're going to go into main phase. So Wolverine drew another frenzy card. I'm getting rid of it to gain a CP. And none of these are really super helpful because I do have a rage. These, okay, I need to remember that I have these for when I attack because they will be very helpful. Now, you, Deadpool, remove a status effect token from a chosen player. This is not really helpful right now, but I think I'm going to keep all of these because I have 5 CP, so I don't really need to sell them. But I do have 2 momentum. So let's look at these 2 are the 2 that I didn't look at before. Wasp. Once per round during your roll phase, there's an offensive kicker. You can add 1 damage as an attack modifier. That's pretty good. And then if I decide to exhaust her, I gain a shield. Your attack becomes undefendable. Then we have Jeff the Shark, who is freaking adorable. Recruit. So when I recruit, I would gain a shield. Once per round during the roll phase, spend 1 momentum, add 2 damage to an attack modifier, and then if I exhaust it, add another 2. I think I'm actually going to take Wasp for now. So that's 2 momentum. And then we'll automatically refill. Ooh, Iron Man. Very cool. So I'm going to put her up here, but let's not forget that we have her as an ally. Now let's go into our offensive roll phase, starting with Wolverine. Ooh, I got Hunter right away. But I also have 2, 3, 4, 5. I think Hunter's going to be better. Yeah, that's what we want to do. Deadpool. I have a 4, 5, 6. Is that not, it's not anything yet, but are these symbols? I could do besmirched. I'm going to keep these for now because I can do besmirched with them, but let's just roll. That's a 3, 2, 3. Oh, that would be a large straight. Okay, so I think a large straight is the better thing to do. I think that's what we're going to do. All right, now let's target. And I might do something here with Wolverine. I think I'll do this one. So I am going to be targeting this guy and with Hunter, but I'm also going to spend a rage token. So I'll spend a rage and then discard a card, which I'll be discarding this one. So that's going to add 3 to my attack modifier. If this card is discarded as a result of spending rage, roll 2 dice. So I'll roll these 2. We already know I'm doing Hunter. Okay. On a helmet, return this card to your hand. If no helmet was rolled, heal 2. So this is going to go back to my hand, and we're still doing Hunter. Okay. So I've added 3. So I draw a card. Ooh, it's an upgrade. I draw a card, deal 6, and then I roll 4 dice. For each helmet, I'll gain rage. I didn't get any. Dang it. Okay, so I'm going to deal 6, but I also did this. So 7, 8, 9, which is killing this guy. Perfect. That's exactly what we wanted to do. We've defeated him. We gain 2 momentum, which is awesome. But Squirrel Girl needs 3. So, just so we all know. I think that's everything for him. There's nothing else I wanted to do with those cards. Done. Wolverine, Deadpool, we got a Fiesta. I really, really wish, I kind of want to just get rid of this guy. I think that's the smartest thing to do. So I'm going to gain rock, paper, scissors, and donut. These are good things. Then deal 8 damage. If you used a 6 in the straight, which I did, add 1 damage. Don't invite Logan. He ruins everything. That's so funny. Okay, so 8, 9, and he's at a 5. So he's dead. Bye, you dead, you basic. And he's going to gain 2 momentum, which is perfect. Okay, so I'm going to tell you about these things. So the donut, when playing this token, you may choose to give it to any player. A player with this token may spend it during their upkeep phase to roll a die, gain half the value rounded up as health. The rock, paper, scissors, a player, basically I can challenge another player either when they're attacking me or I'm attacking them to do rock, paper, scissors. And if I win, I will get a benefit based on if I'm attacking or defending. And then I can't remember if I explained onomatopoeia. But the onomatopoeia token, basically, I can choose to use this during a roll phase to turn one of my die into a sword or a speech bubble, but I have to say an onomatopoeia out loud, such as biff, wud, or bang, yow, those types of things. Okay, so that's everything there. That was pretty decent. Not gonna lie to you, that was a pretty good turn. Okay, so then we're gonna go into our second main phase. Do I want to get rid of anything? I don't, but I think I will upgrade. So I have an upgrade for Adamantium Claws that costs 0 CP. So we're gonna keep that there, and I can't use her yet because she needs 3 rats. Okay, and then for Deadpool, I also don't think I'm going to use any of those. So now we are going into the enemy upkeep phase. None of them have any tokens that we need to do upkeep for. So we're just going to go into their roll phase. Ugh. So we can do, they're all going to attack again except for the Sinister Rage. So they're not attacking, but here we go. So the Beam Clone is going to be attacking both of us because they have multi-strike and range. They're attacking for 2 and they're going to roll one of these. Okay, so they are inflicting knockdown. Where is knockdown? That's this one. So they're inflicting knockdown, and on the back of the rulebook is your handy dandy reference. So to remove this token, a player afflicted with it must spend 2 CP before the start of their offensive roll phase. If the player does not, they must skip their offensive roll phase, then remove this token. Brutal, but there's a stack limit of 1, so at least there's that. And then we're each taking 2 damage because neither of us are next to them, so we cannot protect ourselves. So Wolverine's at 17, Deadpool is at 17. Twins. Okay. Then we're going to go to the Brute Clone, and they are... Okay, so Wolverine is safe because he can't reach, but Deadpool is not. So he is dealing 5 damage, but I can defend. So I'll use Mutant Healing, roll 4 dice. So I'll be able to heal 1, back up to 18. I do have 1 sword. I have this, so I can change, and I think I'm going to do that. I could have used my rock, paper, scissors, but I guess we'll wait. All right, Biff Wud. Biff would. So we'll do this. So I am hitting them, actually, never mind. I'm not going to do that because I'm just going to get rid of their shield. So I'm hitting them back for 1 damage, which is going to take their shield away, and that's fine. So they're hitting me for 5 though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm down to 13. Yikes. Pow. Hit them back for 1. I took away their shield. So this one can't do anything, but this one is going to be attacking both of us. So they'll roll one of these. Doesn't matter. They can't inflict knockdown again. And we can't take it away until our offensive roll phase. Okay. So then they're just going to inflict 2 damage because neither of us can defend against it. That's all of them. Now we have to do this crisis. So we each lose 1 CP. 1. Ooh. And then we are going to be triggering the Beam Clone's Crisis ability. So they are going to inflict focus fire and deal 1 collateral damage to all heroes. So we're each going to get 2 focus fires because they're both on the board, which is brutal. And I'll tell you what that does in a second. And we're each going to get 1 damage. Deadpool's down to 10 and Wolverine's down to 14. Focus fire. When a player with this token is attacked by an opponent, the attacker increases their damage by 1. So it's an attack modifier. It is persistent, so we need to be able to get rid of it. Whatever. Who even cares? So that's for both of us. And now we go back to the beginning. So we are passing the first player token. And then we're going to do some movement. So I'm going to move here for sure. And I think Wolverine's going to move here, which is going to heal him 3. 1, 2, 3. So he's up to 17. We'll just take that away. So now we are going to go into our upkeep. I'm just going to do that now. I'm going to spend the 2 CP to get rid of knockdown, and so is Wolverine. We're not messing around with his silly knockdown stuff. Okay, then we will do our income phase. So 1 CP, 1 card. 1 CP, 1 card. So then we're going to go into our main phase. What card did we get? We got another better, we got a better D. We can do, I definitely want to do this. Get that out of here. So we're going to spend 1 CP. And I have 2 momentum there. To remove a status effect token from a chosen player, I will be getting rid of one of these focus, whatever. What is it called? Focus fire. Change a die, re-roll. I'm going to sell this one for a CP. And we'll keep the rest. All right. Wolverine. He picked up Intimidate. A chosen opponent afflicted with alpha must discard 1 or take 4 damage. So that's not going to happen. The alpha tokens are not very helpful in this because it just makes them skip their income phase. So I'm actually going to sell that for a CP. And I'm going to keep all of the rest of my cards because they are helpful. Then, I was supposed to do this during my upkeep phase. I forgot, but I'm going to do it now. Try and stop me. Ooh, it's a 6. So I'm going to get 3 health. Because the donut, 1, 2, 3, allows you to, that's supposed to be on 3, allows you to roll it and you get half of the value rounded up as health. I should have done that during my upkeep phase. Just so we're all being on the honesty train, okay? All right, so that's that. I don't have enough to trigger Squirrel Girl for her main phase thing, but now we're going to go into the offensive roll phase. Boom. Starting with Deadpool. 2, 3, 5. We have 3 finger guns and 2 speech bubbles. Not super duper helpful. I kind of want to keep the finger guns. Let's try that. 1 more. I do have this. I could change it into something not really helpful. It's 1 extra. Okay, I'm not going to spend any of the cards, but I will be doing this. we'll do that after, and then we'll roll for Wolverine. Whoa, Bessie. Ooh. 5, 6, 1, 2, 5, 5. That. Close to this, kind of close to this. I wouldn't mind this. Should we try? Why not? I just need one of these. I got it. Okay. So we have severe threat. You better believe I'm a severe threat. You better watch out. That's what Wolverine says. Okay, now we are going to target and resolve. So Deadpool is going to be targeting this beam clone. He has 4 of these, but if I go pew pew with my finger guns, I gain a CP. Boom, roasted. But we also have Wasp. So this was once during our roll phase, but this is still technically part of that. Add 1 damage. So I will be adding 1 additional. So it's going to be a total of 7. And nothing I could do there. So we're going to go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is going to put him down to 8. All right. I could have done rock, paper, scissors, but I didn't. When he attacks me, I should remember. I want to do rock, paper, scissors because it's fun. Okay, so now we are going to go for Wolverine. And he has to target this guy here. So we have severe threat. Deal 7 damage and roll 3 dice, and then we'll do whatever it says. Whoa, Bessie. We're going to add an additional for each one of these. So it's 7, 8, 9, 10 damage total, which is pretty good. Can I do anything else? So what did I say? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That would almost get him. I'm going to do this, I think, for 1 CP to add this all in as an attack modifier. I will gain rage. I will receive 2 damage. I don't know if that's a good idea or what, but then I'm going to add 2 damage. So I have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 total. So we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 7 more. So I need 3. Okay, and then I could spend this and get rid of a card to add 3 damage. I'm going to do that. I'm going to spend my rage. I can spend it on the turn that I get it to continue to modify this attack. So I'm going to spend 1 and get rid of 1. And I'll do this one again, Astonishing Recovery. So by spending 1 and discarding 1, I can add 3. That is going to defeat them, which is going to give me 2 momentum. Pow-pow. And then this, I roll 2 die. Okay, didn't do it. So if no helmets was rolled, I heal 2. So back up to 17. And I will say, for those of you that are major Dice Throne fanatics and you know all the rules like the back of your hand, I may accidentally do a few things out of order, but once again, that's just due to pure excitement. And I get excited and then I see that I have something, I'm like, ah! So sometimes things go a little bit out of order, but that's fine. That's going to get discarded. Okay. Okay. So that was that. Upkeep for enemies. They don't have any status tokens that we need to upkeep, but we are going to roll here. Okay. So we're not, that's good. We are not triggering the beam clones. This is perfect. And we're not doing Sinister's Rage. Oh, I was supposed to do a main phase too. Do you see what I mean? I don't think I'm going to do, I won't be doing anything in my main phase 2. And we'll just keep Squirrel Girl there. I might use that during the next main phase. All right, so they have rolled. So only the Brute clones are going to be going. And this is the only one that's left. And he can't attack because there is nobody within a melee range of him. And these 2 have been defeated. Okay? So then we're going to tick up the crisis clock. 1, 2, but they are triggering their crisis ability. So deal 3 Collateral damage to all heroes within melee. Once again, that's not going to be happening. Love it. Love it. Okay, so that's that. We are passing the first player token over to you, Wolverine. Oh, no, nobody actually attacked us. So I put those over top of his eyes because I thought it would be funny. Neat. So now we are going back, and I think I already passed it. Did I already pass this? I don't remember. I got too excited. I think I did, though. So let's do movement. I'm going to stay. Wolverine's going to move. And that's that. So we're going to go into upkeep phase. We don't have anything to upkeep because I ain't got no donuts or nothing. Then we will go into income. So gain a CP, gain a card. Gain a CP, gain a card. And now we're going to go into main phase. So, oops, whose turn is it? Wolverine. So he just grabbed a recovery card. So really still nothing that I can do much of anything with. I can't upgrade anything. That sucks. Okay. So, but we do have Squirrel Girl. That's right. And he has 4 momentum. So I'm going to spend 1, 2, 3. So it's down to 1. Spend 3. All heroes gain a bonus +1 damage. So I'll put those on there. Choose a face-up boost tile anywhere on the map. Pick it up and gain its reward. Okay, so we could do draw. I actually think I'm going to do this draw a card. And I'm going to draw a card here. Oh, yes, that's an update for his defense. I forgot the word. Pick it up, gain its reward. And then if I wanted to, I could, whoa, Iron Man, what's going on with you? I could exhaust this now and all heroes gain +2 damage instead. And I actually think I am going to do that. So I'm going to exhaust her and we are going to exchange, well, just flip them over for a +2 damage. I think that's better. And then now I almost said higher, I could get another ally. But let's just see. I think I will update my defense, Vengeful 2. And that costs 2 CP. Okay, and then he has 1 momentum left. What does Jeff do? Recruit, gain a shield once per round during the roll phase, spend 1. Yeah, so spend 1 momentum, add 2 damage, attack modifier, and then if I exhaust, it's +2. So we're going to take Jeff because he's a cute shark with feet, which I love. So that's going to be the 1 momentum. Recruit, I gain a shield. And then we automatically refill, and we have the She-Hulk. Okay, perfect. I'm loving these allies. I'll tell you what. And that's all that we're gonna do for his main phase. Deadpool. Okay. So nothing we could put out. I did get an instant draw 3 for 2 CP. Let's use it. That's 2 CP, and I could draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Transference. Oh, that's exactly what I want. So that's going to cost me another 2 CP, and I could transfer 1 status effect token from a player to another chosen player. So the enemies are players in missions, so I'm going to do that. Did I already spend the 2? I didn't. So I'll spend 2. And I will transfer this effect to, well, we'll do this one. Okay, you can have it. You can have it. You're welcome. And what else? Oh, draw 2 for 1 CP. Do I want to do that right now? I do, kind of. All right, so that's 1 CP. Draw 2. Good Lord. I could sell some stuff. Remove a status token from a chosen player. We want to use that, so I need to sell at least 2 to get 2 CP. I will do Helping Hand for 1. And then I'll do So Wild for 2. This is a big main phase. Holy Toledo, Batman. Then I'm going to say bye-bye. Remove a status token from a chosen player for 2 CP. And I'm going to remove one of these from Wolverine, my buddy, my BFF, my best friend forever. This is an increase or decrease any die by the value 1. So we're not going to use that. Okay, so now we're going to go into the offensive roll phase. What is Jeff's? Once per round during the roll phase. Okay, I don't have any momentum, so I can't use his thing. Yahtzee. All right, so this, if we keep it, I think we'll keep it because we have the upgraded adamantium claws. And that, I have 5, so it's 6 damage. I'll be able to heal, and I have 4 of a kind. I'll be able to heal 4. We definitely want to be keeping that. Okay, and we're not going to forget about this, and then we'll roll for Deadpool. Wee! Ooh. Okay. What do we have here? We don't have any straights or anything. If I get one more of these, I could do 4 pure damage. This guy has 8. 8 left. What is going to give me 8? Oh, finger guns. I want to go for finger guns. Because if I can get 5 finger guns, I can get 7 plus the wasp for 8. So let's just try it. I need 1 more finger guns. I need 1 more, but this is increase or decrease. Oh, shoot. I don't have any CP left. Drats. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Do I want to? Oh, I have this. It's totally fine. It's totally fine. Everything is fine. Okay. So now we are going to target and attack. So Wolverine is going to be targeting this beam clone, and he is going to use adamantium claws. So he'll be dealing 6 damage plus 2. Anything here I can use? He does have CP. Oh, that's after being attacked. Okay, none of those are very helpful for me. Okay, so 4 of a kind, which I have, he'll heal 4. I'm just going to do that now because I'll forget. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's up to 21. And then we are going to be hitting here for 6, 7, 8 damage. So first we'll do this. That's 3, 4, 5, 8. So we need to go down to a 6, and then that's going to be gone. And I think that's everything that he can do. So this one's down to 6. This one's down to 8. But that's fine, because I can use rock, paper, scissors if I want. All right, so Deadpool is going to be attacking this guy. We got 4, which is going to deal 6. Pew pew! I gain a CP because I said pew pew. Is there anything here that helps? Yep. Okay. Now I can use this because this is an instant. I can use it whenever. So I can spend that 1 CP to tip it, and I will decrease the value of this by 1. So I actually will have 5 finger guns, 5 pew pew pews, and that will allow me to deal 7, 8, 9 damage. All right? So he's dead because he only had 8. Status effect token will be gone. And we are going to put this here. And then I will gain 2 momentum. I think we're going to make it to the boss, which is exciting stuff. Now we're going to go into our hero phase 2. He has 4 momentum. So I am thinking about something. What am I thinking? I kind of want to give him range and maybe, well, let's see what She-Hulk does and if she's helpful. Ooh, when you recruit her, you heal 3. Once per round during an opponent's roll phase, you could spend 1 momentum to add range to your defense ability. That's not bad. Okay, so I am going to exhaust Wasp. Her exhaust thing is to gain shield. Your attack becomes undefendable, but I'm not attacking because I use this after. And I will spend 2 to gain She-Hulk as an ally. Okay. When I recruit her, I heal 3. So up to 16. I don't think, I'm definitely not doing anything with his cards. So I think that's going to be it for the second main phase. I wasn't going to do anything with Wolverine. Enemies upkeep, there are none. We're going to roll for the enemies. So I just have to defeat him and then get our heroes to the exit. Although if I defeat this one, then we've got a perfect reward. And that's pretty good too, although he's at full health. Oof. So brutal. Okay, so we are not doing brute clones, but we are doing beam clones and Sinister's Rage. I think this is the first time we've done Sinister's Rage, which is kind of crazy. But we have shields. We have shields. So let's we'll do beam clones first. So they're multi-strike range, so they're hitting both of us. Deal 2 damage and roll 1 die. So let's roll the die. Whoa, and we get knocked down, which sucks. Okay. So Wolverine's going to be allowed to defend because he's adjacent. So he is going to be attacking Wolverine for 2, but it's just going to get rid of the shield. Then he's going to be attacking Bubby, Deadpool, for 2, which is just going to get rid of the shield. And that is that. So then we're going to go over to Sinister's Rage. And they also have multi-strike range, and they are going to inflict Wither to both of us and deal 1 undefendable damage. So we're each going to be taking 1 damage. Okay. 1 Damaggio. So that's going to be everything with them. Ooh. This increases it by 1, but he was only hitting for 2. So that, okay, we're good because he hit him for 2, but the shield was 3. So even with this, that's good. So Wither, just so everybody knows, if a player with a Wither token would deal damage as a result of their attack, you reduce the damage by 1. It is persistent and there is a stack limit of 2, okay? And the knockdown tokens we have to get rid of before our next offensive roll phase by spending 2 CP. Otherwise, we can't do an offensive roll phase, and literally nobody wants that except for maybe these guys. Oops, I forgot to put out a new ally. The Hulk, the She-Hulk, and the He-Hulk. Okay, so they went. We are going to be doing this, taking it 2, and the beam clones. Crisis ability is being activated, but just for this one. Inflict focus fire. Gurg. Okay. And deal 1 collateral damage to all heroes. 1. So Wolverine's at 19 and he is at 14. And I'm just realizing I didn't do defense. I was supposed to do defense for him. So let's just do that. So he's going to get 1 damage and I'll gain a rage. I forgot to defend for Wolverine. I even said it out loud. I was like, oh, he can use his defense. So he's at 6. So he's going down to 5. Okay. And I gained a rage. So that is all the rage. We've already done this, collateral damage, and focus fire. Everything has been completed. So let's pass the first player token. And then we are going to go into movement. So real question being, should I think I'm going to move here. Or do I want that CP? My attack's down by 1. But I can do rock, paper, scissors. Oh, I need the CP more because I need to get rid of 2 CP in order to get rid of knockdown. Ugh. Okay, so that's that. Wolverine's going to stay exactly where he is. And now we are going to go into the upkeep phase. What has upkeep? What has upkeep? I don't think any of these things have upkeep. These we could do so long as it's before the offensive roll phase. Okay, nothing has upkeep. So we're going to do income. So we'll gain a CP. Boop. Draw a card. Boop. Draw a card. Then before we go into the offensive roll phase, I will be spending these 2 CP to get rid of this knockdown. I'll be doing the same over here, and then we're going to go into our main phase. So, main phase, what did I draw? Remove all status effect tokens from a chosen player. Ooh, let's pretend we spent the 2 CP to do that, because that would mean that I can also get rid of this and this. That's way more worth it. I should have looked at that card first. That was easy. Please be something to, oh my God. Wolverine, get it together, man. I could get rid of a rage. Does anything let me get rid of status effects? I'm going to get rid of recovery. And, yeah, I'm going to do rage. So I'm going to get rid of recovery because I'm doing the rage. Spend a rage, discard a card, add 3 damage. So I'm just going to get a +3 to their attack. So when I attack, I will do that. And I think that's going to be that. Main phase complete. Let's do offensive roll phase, starting with Deadpool. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a large straight. Pretty good. So that's a fiesta, and I think we probably will do that. So let's just pretend that's what we're gonna do. And by pretend, I mean let's do that. I'm probably gonna do rock, paper, scissors so we can do it, right? Then we've got you, Bucko, so you need to roll. Holy. 1, 2, 4, 4, 6. Those are not numbers in a line. I would like to do this. But then I have to roll a bunch of 6s. How many sides are these? Okay, maybe we'll try this. So I'm going to keep these and these. And then I'm going to try to get another one of the red. I didn't get it. But I did get 3 of those. Do I have anything to modify? Do you have anything to modify? Change of value, chosen teammate. A chosen player may perform an additional roll attempt up to 5 during their defensive roll, none of which is helpful. All right, so I'm going to have to do this, I guess. Bummer, Reese's Pieces. Okay, that's fine. Ready to attack. So let's target. Deadpool is going to target this buddy right here. And we are, what is the rock, paper, scissors? So when attacking, I can add 2, if I win rock, paper, scissors, I can add 2 damage if your shoot card is active, but it is active. If your shoot card is active, add 3 damage instead. If spent during the ultimate ability, you automatically win. This counts as an attack modifier. So I didn't mention, but he has this card, which is shoot. Hi, I'm shoot. I win. Suck it, loser. If you lose a game of rock, paper, scissors, you may flip this card over to win that round of rock, paper, scissors. Okay? So let's do rock, paper, scissors first. So we're going to randomly shuffle these up. And this is going to be their card. So we're going to go rock, paper, scissors, shoot. I'm choosing rock. Please be scissors. Damn it. It's paper. The one thing I didn't want it to be. Hi, I'm paper. Don't cut me, please. Okay, so I can flip this instead. If you lose, you may flip this card over to win that round. Boom. Consider myself 1. So I don't get to add the 3, but I do get to add 2. So what I am doing to this guy is I will gain a rock, paper, scissors. So I'll just gain this one. I will gain a donut. Deal 8 damage. If you used a 6, which I did, it's an additional 1, so that's 9. 10, 11. So he's going to be down to 1. Is there anything else I could do? No, drats. He's down to 1. 1. Well, hopefully he attacks me and then I hopefully get... I have the automatopoeia, which means I could change something to a sword if he attacks me. So hopefully we roll something for that. Okay, so I think that's everything for him. And now we're going to go over to Wolfie Boy, and he's attacking here. So he has 3, so he's going to deal 4 damage plus 3 minus 1 because of the wither. So 4, 5, 6, 7, minus 1 is 6. So he's dealing 6 damage, which is going to kill this guy. Gain 2 momentum. Okay, and that's going to be that. I didn't get 3 of a kind or 4 of a kind, unfortunately. That was a pretty good turn. Now I just need him to attack me so I can attack him back to defeat him, and then we need to get the heck out. Get the heck out. Okay, so we are in the second main phase. Nothing that I want to do there. She-Hulk I haven't even like used, so I don't think I want to get an extra person. Nothing I really want to do here. Okay, we'll just leave everything kind of as it is. There's no, whoopsies, there's no upkeep for them because they don't have any status effects. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, so they're going to be going and they're not, which is exactly what we wanted to happen. So the only brute clone left is this one here. And they are going to be hitting just me, dealing 5 damage, but I get to defend. So first things first, I heal 1. And then I did get a sword. So they are still going to hit me for 5. So we'll take that. So I'm down to 10. Womp. But I have a sword. I get to hit them back. They are dead. We will do this. And we will gain 2 momentum. Okay, so that's that. We are going to do Crisis Clock. 1, 2. This is not going to trigger because nobody's alive on the board, all right? Because it's only once per undefeated of the brute clones, which is great. We have done... My dog just busted through the door. All right, upon completion, if you fulfill the main objective, which we have, distribute 4 health and 2 momentum, then flip the board. So 2 momentum. But, perfect reward, if your team defeats all henchmen, which I did, distribute an additional 6 health. Did I already give myself health here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I feel like my health was higher than that. And it probably just wiggled itself away, but I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 25. Now we have to flip the board. So let's clear all of this stuff off. All right, now we're going to go into the boss battle. And so we need this. Whee! All right, Mr. Sinister. Here we go. So we'll put that there. Crisis Clock. Okay, now we need to set everything up. Mr. Sinister is our boss. We have a new type of Crisis Clock, which you'll see all of the triggers are listed right here. He does have a defense. So let's read through his stuff. Boss fight. Sensing your presence, Mr. Sinister rushes to confront you. Why waste your lives on these pathetic creatures, he utters. You'll regret your misplaced kindness. Boss setup starts with 25 health, plus 10 per hero, plus 3 per oppression token. There are no oppression tokens. So he's going to get plus 10 per hero, so an additional 20. So he's at 45. And plus 3 per oppression token, but there are no oppression tokens currently out. Okay, so he's at 45 health. Goal, reduce his health to 0. So we just need to defeat him. Upon completion, you win. Mr. Sinister is driven away, and the Morlocks are saved from certain doom. Okay, so here are his abilities. Basically, how this is going to work is we're going to roll the die. And then let me just show you an example here. Let's just say that was our roll for their thing. We are going to go through and see the first one of his abilities that we're able to trigger. So we rolled this, we would be able to trigger this ability, and that's what we're going to do. For any of the, and if we didn't roll this combination, if we rolled this, then we would do this one, etc. For any of the red dice rolled, we are going to be placing a face down boost token underneath that numbered space. So as an example, 2 would be up here. So we would do like so. And then anytime they attack you with a crit, this is what we're going to resolve down here. They have this. They have a defense as well. I'll explain kind of all of it as we go along, of course. And then for the crisis clock, we'll just resolve whatever it says here. That's basically it with the boss fight. Okay, so let's get into it, shall we? So we're passing the first player token over here. Still has his crazy eyes. We need to get rid of this stuff. We need to get rid of this stuff big time. Okay, movement. So I think I'm going to have Deadpool come here. And I think I am going to have... These are dangerous times. He has 45 health. I kind of want... Oh, I'm going to go here. So he is going to remove 1 status effect token from himself or gain 1 momentum, but I'm going to get him to remove a status effect token. So we'll do that one. And Deadpool is going to gain 6 health. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he's at 22. Whew. Now we are going to do our hero phase. So we are in upkeep. So I do have a donut. So let's roll a die. So 5, so we're going to gain 3 health. 1, 2, 3, so up to 25. No other status effects that we need to worry about right now. And then we're going to go into the income phase. So 1 CP, 1 card, 1 CP, 1 card. And then we'll go into the main phase. That's roll phase activated, and that's roll phase activated. So here we go. What did I get? I got a 6 it, change the value. I have 2 CP. I'm going to get rid of Frenzy to gain a CP, I think. So that I have 3 CP. And I think that's everything I'm going to do with Wolverine. And then let's take a peek at Deadpool. He got this. Dealt it, add 2 damage. Play this card with your He Who Smelt It card and add 3 damage instead. But I don't have that yet. This, just checking to see if there's anything I could do about his status effects, but there's not. I have a 9 momentum. I'm just like, I think She-Hulk I might replace. So I don't get an exhaust ability with her because she has the plus exhaust, and you can only do that if you are using it, the exhaust, after you've used the ability. And I don't even think I used her ability, but whatever. Let's see what the Hulk does. Once per round during your roll phase, you can gain a shield. If you activate your ultimate ability, add 8 damage. We want the Hulk. We want the Hulk. Or Iron Man, though. For him, you have to roll 5 of the same symbol. You gain, so he'll get range, 1 CP, 4 undefendable. Look at the top 3 cards. No, I want the Hulk. We want the Hulk. We had the She-Hulk, now we have the He-Hulk. So let's get that. Cloak is out, and I have to spend 2. Does not have a recruit, and that happens during the roll phase. Okay. And we're good with Jeff. We're good with Jeff. Okay. So now we're going to do our offensive roll phase, starting with Wolverine. I have a 4, 5, 6. I also have 3 of these. in one of these. Maybe I'll go for that one. It's 6 damage. This one is 7. Heal 2 gamer. That one might be better. I have a 4, 5, 6. Let's try to get a straight of some kind. 2. Try again. Okay. Ooh, large straight. Okay, so we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's a large straight, and I think that's going to be what we want to do. Okay, and then we're going to roll over here. During roll phase, spend 1, add 2 damage. So I am going to do that, and I'm just going to put a reminder here because we're going to use Jeff. Dang, Iron Man would have been good for this. All right, so we have 5, and I think that's pretty good because that's going to give us 7. I could do rock, paper, scissors to see if I can beat him to add more. I think we'll do that. Okay, that's that. So now we have to target and resolve. So Wolverine, of course, we're targeting Mr. Sinister, obviously, but he does have defense. So he has range defense and he inflicts wither. This applies immediately, reducing incoming damage. So it applies immediately. So, oh shoot. Wolverine's gonna get wither. But the range doesn't matter. This applies immediately, reducing incoming damage. Whatever. See if I care. All right, so we are doing this. So a large straight, we get to heal 2. So we're at 27. Gain rage. Or inflict alpha, but I'm not. Rage is more important. Then deal 7 damage. Can I use my rage? Rage. Yes, we will. So we're going to get rid of rage and discard Astonishing Frenzy. If this card is discarded as a result of spending rage, which it is, increase the damage of that rage token from 3 to 4. So we're going to be adding 4. Then gain rage. You'll love to see it. So we are going to be +4ing it. These tokens are very helpful for me. Okay, so basically he is going to be hitting for 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, minus 2, so 12, 11. Yeah, so 11. Okay? And so he's going to be taking 11. Suck it. Ooh, these are point. So he's down to 34. God, I could barely turn those. Okay, and then these are gone. Still have wither, which is like the -2, and it is a limit to stack, but they are persistent, which is annoying. But that's everything for him. Then Deadpool is, of course, also targeting Mr. Sinister, so he is defending, inflicting wither. Okay, so he is attacking him. We're going to do rock, paper, scissors. My flaw is that I always choose rock. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, be scissors. Damn it. So I don't get to do anything. So annoying. Sucker. I'm not going to pick rock next time. I swear it. Okay, so I am dealing 7 damage. Pew pew. I gain a CP because I said pew pew. 7 minus 1 because I have wither. So 6 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he is at 28. That's us. Now it's going to be on to him. He doesn't have any status effects, so he's just rolling. And of course, he is going to be activating this first one here. Flesh raise. Yuck. Multi-strike. So he's hitting both of us. He has range. He is inflicting poison. Oh my God, so many status effects. And dealing 7 damage, but we can defend. Oh, so we'll do, yeah, we'll do Wolverine first. Okay. These are useless. This, he will gain rage. Okay. Good. Oh, plus 1 extra damage because we have this. All right, so he's doing 7, 8. Yikes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So Wolverine's down to 19. Here we've got poison. He's doing 7. We have to try to defend. Okay. So we get to heal 1. But then I don't have the force fire, so we are going to be taking 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Down to 19. Yikes. But I'm hitting him back for 2. Actually, I'm going to say Biff Wood to use this onomatopoeia to turn this into a sword, and then I'm actually going to hit him for 3. 1, 2, 3. So he's down to 25. All right. So everybody's done all of that stuff. Crisis clock. 1, 2. So first, inflict poison on all heroes. Is there a stack? There's a stack limit of 3. Let me read to you what poison is. Poison. A player afflicted with this token is dealt 1 damage per poison during their upkeep phase. That's fun. And then this purple one, transfer 1 random negative status effect token from yourself to the start player. So he doesn't have any negative effect tokens. 1 negative from yourself. I assume yourself is him. So that's that. Now we go, we pass, we do upkeep. Oh no, we do movement. So let's move. I am going to move, what are you at, 19 and 19. I'll move Deadpool here, and he'll heal, oh shoot. This is what I rolled. I was supposed to, hang on. Just hang on a second. I rolled this. I was supposed to add these and I forgot. So 6 is here, which is where he was, and 5 is also here, which is where he was. Okay, so this was supposed to resolve because he was standing there. Add 2 damage for each poison the opponent is afflicted with. When did we gain these? So that would have been during his attack. So 1, he would have had 1. So an additional 2 damage. All right, forgot about that. Now we're moving. I'm gonna go here, gain 2. So he's at 20. And then we'll put Wolverine over here to gain 4. So he's at 21. All right, perfect. Okay, so now we are doing hero phase, of course, and we are, oh no, yeah, we're starting with upkeep. So I have to take 2 damage, so down to 18 for upkeep, 2 damage, boom, boom, down to 19, ay, 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 then income. So gain a CP, gain a card, gain a CP, gain a card. Cool. Let's go. Main phase. What's this one? What's onomatopoeia? What's onomatopoeia? Gain an onomatopoeia. I could. I need to remember these cards that I have too. I am gonna get rid of this to add 1 CP. And I'll do this to gain an onomatopoeia. And that costs 1 CP. So I think that's it for him. And then, did we get anything good over here? We did get better defense, which is helpful. So we'll keep those. For the rage, I have 2. I'm gonna get rid of this recovery to gain a CP. So now we're gonna go into the offensive roll phase, starting with Deadpool. So during the roll phase, I am going to exhaust Hulk to gain a shield. But why did I put that in there? Let's just see first, though, if I can get my ultimate. What are the odds? Not great. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. Look at that. Large straight. So we're getting rid of him. I got my shield. And we have a large straight, which we are definitely keeping. And then we'll do a roll for Wolverine. Where's his other dice? There it is. Dang. So we have, I'm close to this. 2, 2, 5, 5. I'm also close to this, but this is better. I need one more red. Perfect. Got it. Phew. Okay, and then now we're going to be targeting and doing all that good stuff. So we'll start with Deadpool. Obviously, we're targeting Sinister. He is giving us a wither. Whoa, Bessie. Bessie, Bessie. Okay, so I'm down 2. Unbelievable. All right. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah, I didn't change that. Large straight, I gain rock, paper, scissors, and a donut. Deal 8 damage. If you used a 6, which I did not, it would be 1 additional damage. And I do think we'll do rock, paper, scissors with it. Why not? So we have to do that first. Rock, paper, scissors. I'm going to pick rock again. Rock, paper, scissors. Shoot. Please be scissors. Oh my God. Stop. Stop picking rock. Why am I so bad at shuffling? Unbelievable. Unfreaking unbelievable. Okay, so I'm going to deal 8, 7, 6. So only 6. That's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he's down to 19. I don't know. I think this is going to be pretty close. Wolverine is also targeting him. He will gain a wither. He is at his stack limit for wither, and we are doing Hunter. Draw 1 card, deal 6 damage, roll 4 dice. And for each helmet, we get, ooh, I get 2. We get rage. So there's a stack limit of 3. I could spend 3 rage to draw a card. Oh my God, I have nothing to like upgrade anything. Select one of your opponent's dice and force them to re-roll it. Do I want to do this? Gain 2 rage, no. I do not want to do that. Okay. But let's spend a rage. So we're going to spend a rage and discard a card. I will discard Helping Hand to inflict an additional 3 as attack modifier. And I will spend a momentum to use Jeff for an additional 2. So 3, 4, 5. So I have 4, 5. Okay? So that's what we're doing. We're inflicting, but I have to minus 3. So I have 6, 10, 11, 11, 10, 9, 8. So I am hitting him for 8. So he's down to 11. These wither tokens are brutal. So I think that's it for him. And now we're going to go into our second main phase. Do I have anything to get rid of status tokens? I do not. Okay, so remember, defensive role. I have this. I also have one of those over here. Do I want to get a new friend? I probably do. So Cloak has a defensive kicker. Once per round, you may add range to your defensive ability without spending momentum. And when you exhaust him, prevent all damage from a single incoming attack. What about you, Jubilee? I've been neglecting her. Spend 3. I have 7. Yeah, we're going to take Iron Man for 2. Momentum. So Iron Man, as a reminder, if you roll 5 of the same, he'll get range. You gain 1 CP and deal 4 undefendable damage. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck. Choose one to add to your hand. That's pretty good. What about you? Do you like Jeff? We'll see who else is coming out. Cable. Once per round during your main phase, heal 4. Move the crisis clock forward or backward up to 2 spaces. This triggers no effects. Okay, that's not bad. All right, so I think that's it. Now it's going to be his phase. He has no upkeep, but let's roll. Of course, so we're triggering the first one again. We are adding these to the 6 and the 4. Nobody's on them, so they don't get triggered because nobody's on them, which is good. All right, so multi-strike, he's hitting both of us. Inflict poison. There is a stack limit of 3, which we are now both at, which is lovely. Deal 7 damage, but it is defendable. So let's go. So I have mutant healing, so I'll heal for 1 to start. Oh, then I have no swords. I do have this. So let's go. Biftwood to change this into a sword. So I'll be hitting him back for 1. I have a speech bubble, so I gain an onomatopoeia back. So I'm going to hit him for 1. I'm just going to do that now. He's down to 10. He is hitting me for 7. But I have 3. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 4 more. I have so many dials. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm down to 15. So he is now going to attack Wolverine. And Wolverine has defense. He can roll 4. All right. So for each helmet, he gains a rage, but he already has 2, so he'll gain 1. For each claw, he does 2 damage. He does 1 damage. So 9, 8. So he's down to 8. And then Wolverine is taking 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So down to 12. Okay, so he's going to do all of that. And then we are going to do the clock. Boom, boom. So roll 1 per hero. Gain shield for each. Oh, he's going to gain shield. Dang. Oh. Fudge. So he's getting 2 shields. That's brutal. Brutal. And then the red one, roll 1 per hero, gain evasive for each. Oh my god. Let's roll different ones. Let's roll these ones. Okay. So what did I need to roll for each? So he's going to gain evasive. Fudge. Dang it. So now he's evasive and shielded up. No good. No freaking good. Okay, so that's everything. We will pass the first player marker, and now we are going to move. I don't think I'm going to move. Yeah, we'll just stay where we are. It's fine. So upkeep phase. 3 poison, so I have to take 3. 1, 2, 3. But he has the donut, so he will roll 5, so he will gain 3. 1, 2, 3. Decent. You, 1, 2, 3. So he's down to 9 health. Ugh, not good. Okay. Then income. Gain a CP. Draw a card. Gain a CP. Draw a card. What do we get? Nothing great. Really need to upgrade my board. And then we're going to go into main phase. So Wolverine just grabbed one more time. A chosen player may perform an additional roll attempt. What did you get? One more time? They got the same card. That's wild. Okay. I don't think I'm going to do, I don't want to switch anybody out. So I think we're just going to go into the offensive roll phase. And that's when we're going to do this. Add, so I'm going to spend 1 to add 2. I'm just going to use this. And I am going to exhaust Jeff to add another 2. All right, so let's roll. 2, 3, 5, 6. I just need a 4. Additional roll attempt. Well, I have an additional roll if I need it. So let's go. I need a 4. I need a 4. I would like, oh, that was 2. I'll spend 1 CP to use one more time. I need a 4. God damn it. I didn't get a 4. Do I have anything else? Change value to a 6. Nope. Would changing a value to a 6 be helpful? Right now I have 3 of these. It actually would be helpful. So I will also use this. Change the value of one of your dice to a 6, and that costs 1 CP. So I will change this to a 6, in which case I have the severe threat. All right. I have 2 6s. What do I have here? I can re-roll, change to a 6. I'm gonna try to get more 6s. I would love an ultimate. Well, we may as well re-roll it, and if not, let's just use this. Oh, it wasn't. Okay, change the value of one of your dice to a 6. That costs 1, oh my god, so many dials, 1 CP. And my friends, we have an ultimate. Let's go. Now, Iron Man, I have 5 of the same dice, so this is all going to also add on here, but I've broken through the 4th wall. Gain a positive status effect from a different chosen player's leaflet or gain donut. What is that one? I'll gain a donut. I like the donut. If your shoot card is inactive, flip it back. Nice. Deal 14 damage. Plus, we have Iron Man on our side, let's not forget. So this adds range, don't need it. Gain 1 CP. And 4 undefendable. So let's do undefendable first. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we just won. Look at the top 3 cards. Who cares about them? But just so you know, I get to look at the top 3 cards. Choose 1 card to add to your hand. The rest back in any order. And then if I exhaust him, I can choose 2 cards. Let's just do it. So 3 cards. I would pick this one, but I will exhaust Iron Man to pick 2. The other one gets back on the deck. Oh my god. And then I deal 14 damage. And I don't know why I went through all of that, but he's going to hit me with a wither. So oopsies, that's the wrong token. 14, 13, 12, 11. Dead. Hi, this is Jamie from the future. I just realized in all of my excitement that he had defense tokens and an evasive. So defense wouldn't have mattered because we had enough to overcome all of that plus his health. But let's roll the evasive to see if I actually won. So for anybody that doesn't know the evasive token, if they roll a 1 or 2, no damage is received. Anything other than that, damage is received. So a 3. Okay, so damage would have been received. Crisis averted. But I was literally so excited that I totally forgot to do any of that stuff. So there we go. We still win. I won. So all I had to do was complete the main objective, reduce his health to 0. You win. That was wild. Like, look at the chaos of the table. What chaos it is to be a superhero. No wonder they take so long choosing their name, honestly. They all want to be bugs or captains. Nobody knows why. That's crazy. So we ended off with a Deadpool Ultimate, which is awesome. My friends, if you love Dice Throne and you are looking for a way to play it solo or co-op, I would definitely recommend this because, well, number one, you get to play Dice Throne solo, and that Dice Throne is fun. Chucking dice is super fun. All of the different X-Men characters, which like just came out, I find them really interesting. I picked this pairing in particular because obviously Deadpool and Wolverine is really, it's a fun combo. But if you're asking for my favorite of the X-Men, I really like Storm. I think she is super, super fun. And Psylocke is great as well. But the villains as well, there's a ton of different ones. So I was between doing Mr. Sinister or Mystique. Mystique is a level 2 difficulty, but I figured I should do a level 1, and I won. So it # worked out for me, which is great. But yeah, if you're interested in this game, I'm going to have the link for the BGG page in the description below, so you can definitely check it out. I love Dice Throne. I just think it's fun for everyone. Anyone can play this, like age, like we have people in our community of all ages that play this, and everybody loves it. So that, my friends, is everything I have for today's solo mode. Let me grab the box. Come on over, box. So I will be back again next month with another solo playthrough for you. Let me know in the comments below if you have played this. I'd love to know what your experience is, what your favorite kind of hero combo is, your favorite villain, all of that good stuff. But that's everything that I have for you today. So once again, my name is Jamie with Foster the Meeple and BoardGameGeek. Check out more about Marvel Dice Roll missions in the description below, and I will see you again next month. Bye!